Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Today, I want to talk about how I improved my English and what kind of steps that I took to go from beginner to an advanced level in a effective way. So, of course, starting out to learn English is difficult because it entails a lot of hard work and a lot of attention. And of course, it entails a lot of hard work again. And of course, starting out learning English can be a bit um, bumpy road. But let me just share my story and how I improved my English and what kind of steps that I took. So as far as I remember, I got myself involved in reading a lot of books. Even considering the fact that I didn't understand the sentence that I read, I kept reading. And now I see the power of doing it. The thing is that, guys, by reading books and by reading like magazines or I don't know, articles or books or anything in English, will give you understanding of a right usage of word structures as well as will cause big improvement in your pronunciation. Because as far as I can remember, I was reading the books that was not in my level to read, because at that time I was like pre-intermediate level and I was reading a Harry Potter book that was on the level of C1, because I encountered a lot of words, a lot of unknown words, but I kept reading. And that's how I really improved my pronunciation and understanding of the right usage of word structures. And the second activity that I regard as a cause of my English improvement is listening. I got myself involved uh, in different like listening to different podcasts, watching American news, watching movies, and I would highlight without subtitles. And I will tell you now why it's beneficial to do it without subtitles. I think that doing like watching movies or watching anything with subtitles distracts your focus on paying attention to the pronunciation. Because, guys, as far as I remember myself, when I first watched like the movie with subtitle, I really didn't pay attention to the native speakers on how they like pronounce this word or that word. I was paying attention on the sentences. Like I was paying attention on subtitles. I was catching up to read the sentence, but was not paying attention and focusing on the pronunciation that the native speakers pronounce. Like, and the thing is that this is a big mistake, because I think that doing it with subtitles gives you so much power to focus your attention on understanding how the native speakers pronounce this word in that way, or how they use this word in that kind of situation. Like you start understanding the word structure, and you start understanding the how and when you should use this word in that way, without watching without subtitles, because it distracts you, and as it did to me. And the third thing, I can definitely tell you the reason for my improvement of English was activities that were connected with English, because I remember myself getting involved and in different American programs that were conducted by American Consul and U.S. Embassy in our country. um, and I involved myself in different USA programs, USA education programs, and helped me a lot, because by communicating with my peers in English, and by just surrounding myself with everything that was connected in English, really gave me so much big improvement to my English language. But it's not only about activities, guys, because I myself, as far as I remember myself vividly, doing like reading a lot of books and listening to different podcasts and watching American news, watching the movies. It really helped me a lot as well, because I was surrounding myself everything that was connected with English. And by doing so, I really sometimes question myself, like, am I living like in America or in any English speaking country? Because everything I was doing in English, everything, everything from listening to music to watching the news, from watching news to watching the movies, from communicating in English with my peers to describing the particular kind of topic to my coach, So everything that I was connected with English. And yes, guys, I hope that you will that you will understand um, and use the same activities that I did, and I'm sure 100% it will really also give you so much improvement and progress in your English language, because as it did it to me. And I really believe in one thing, that if you surround yourself and if you really keep yourself involved, everything that is connected with English, and plus do it enthusiastically, you're going to see improvements, because there's no other way to do it. But of course, different techniques could work for different people. But as for me, and considering my situation, it did help me a lot. It did help me a lot. And yeah, I've been studying English for 5 years, as far as I can remember. Yeah, for 5 years. But when I saw the big improvement, I saw the big improvement in my second year, because my English is not different to the second year that I had. Yes, of course, it's a little bit better, but my pronunciation was the same, because I kept doing these activities for like, I started doing these activities like reading, listening, and getting myself involved in different education English activities after first year. Second, third, fourth, yes, I was doing consistent and constantly. But my first year was the same as a lot of students do, like doing only exercise, studying grammar, that's it. Like focusing on English materials and grammar, that's it. It was my first year. But my second, third, fourth was 3 years, like getting myself accustomed, getting myself involved in these activities, such as reading a lot of books, even consider the fact that I didn't understand, I kept doing it because there's so much power in it. Listening, doing everything in English, and participating in different programs, educational programs that were connected with English. So yeah, thanks so much for listening. See you next time. Bye bye.